All right, ladies and gentlemen, MrSotko here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to my alternative trading account. And I mentioned this a few days ago, and just now really got it up and running. It's been up and running for a little over a week, but I haven't got too many funds on it since then. And just now recently got some more funds so that I could trade and show you guys this so that I can have my personal account private and this one for YouTube, and to show you guys some things, show you how I'm trading and my endeavors in the day trading world. Now, this won't be every day. Sometimes you can't make trades every day. Sometimes you got to wait a few days for the price to go where you need the price to be. But I will give updates as often as possible. Whenever I make some trades, maybe I'll make a quick video showing what I did, or maybe I'll just make a compilation, or maybe I'll wait for a few trades and then talk about those. I'm not really sure yet, but we will see. You know, if it's a really significant trade, I'll show you guys. But if it's just a few little tiny ones, maybe I'll just let them gather up a little bit and then tell you about them later. So I have named this trading account Trading up here in the top right. It is just simply called Trading. And I want you guys to give a 1 to 10 rating of how clever and unique that trading name is. I'm just kidding, but yeah, just trading. So here we go. So let's talk about it. So the BTC in this account is entirely from miners. So the miners are probably going to give anywhere from $30 to upwards of $40 a day. Maybe if the prices of crypto rise or double again, it might be even more than that. There is another rig on the way, mining rig, and right now it is currently a little broken. It's not mining to its fullest potential, and it is being repaired, being worked on. So once that is operable, it will also be connected to the GDAX account you see here. So then we might be looking at $40 to $50 a day, or even more with crypto, with Bitcoin rather, that is. So all of this is simply just from mining. And so currently it's just about $150 in Bitcoin. However, I have some additional Litecoin here, and I have about 10.06 Litecoin in order to make some trades as well. I did buy a little bit of Litecoin, and this was this sell from on GDAX here from Bitcoin was just some mineable Bitcoin that I just decided to sell when it was a little bit higher than it was than it currently is. It was about 8 days ago when I made that trade, though. And so about 8 days ago, I just took that money and turned it into Litecoin, because Litecoin's, you know, it's a little bit more tradable when it comes to small amounts like that. So all of the Bitcoin, again, is just coming from a miner. It's something like $30 to $40 a day. So you will see this just slowly increase pretty much every time I make a video on this account. It will just be a little bit more. However, the Litecoin is coming from other sources as well. So not just necessarily mining, but other sources from Litecoin that I already had, or from Litecoin that I was trading on different exchanges. And I figured I would just sort of consolidate some here. So there will be more Litecoin to come. There will be more trading, more trades to make eventually, and more coins will come in eventually as well, as I buy them and as I mine them and such. So first and foremost, right now the prices are pretty low. They're starting to go down. If you look at it in a fairly long-term candle, they're not too bad, really. I mean, if you take a look at Litecoin here, and on the 14th of February, it was about 159 US dollars for Litecoin, and now we're riding at about $200, and at one point it was just about 250 some dollars there. So yes, it's down, but it is also up at the same time. It's sort of one of those glass half empty or glass half full sort of situations, because it did rise $100, but then it fell $50. So technically it's still up if you look at it that way. I did buy about 0.4 Litecoin for $223, of which I then consolidated this together. So if you just look at the market sell for this, right now its current value, including that, is about $2,073. So I don't want to sell right now, because the value of 10 Litecoins before I put this in here was about $2,001 exactly. And with a little bit of fees, it turned out to be about $1,988 with fees of transferring this over from various accounts and stuff. So I don't want to sell yet because 0.4 Litecoin, I should be making a lot more than what I would make right now. So what I intend to do is just set a sell price that's kind of high and then just wait a few days because that's what investing is sometimes just waiting. You can't just trade every single day. Sometimes the price goes down and dips a little bit on you, and you got to do what you got to do and just wait a few days. So what I'm going to do is I'll show you guys how to sell real quick in case you don't know how to sell. I'm going to talk about some of the order book and the a little bit of the candle chart, I suppose, and the depth chart here, which are all useful things to help you day trade. Now, day trading, again, I just want to reiterate that you can't always just day trade every single day or every hour of the day. Sometimes the price will dip down on you, and you just can't make a trade that day. But I will show you guys the order book right now, and I like to zoom all the way in on the depth chart here. And you can see that right now there's quite a bit of buyers. You can see this big wall here, and that wall just went away. And the order book here is very, very dynamic. You can see about 300 Litecoin, 128, 48, 47 wanting to be purchased there. And these aren't necessarily people. Again, this is just individual bits of Litecoin. Now, that could be one person with 334 Litecoin, or it could be many people collectively with 334 Litecoin. Likely it is collectively, as it is $206.50, which is 50 cents and then 50 cents. So $206.50, and then and a solid $207 are really, really popular points. 50 cents, basically dividends of 5. Excuse me, I'm kind of rambling a little bit here, but dividends of 5, like solid 5s, are where people really like to put their bids. So you can kind of actually scroll out a little bit and see. So to see exactly $206 here, there's a ton of bids. But then just under that, 205.90, there isn't that many bids. But then you go to 205 even, quite a bit of bids. And if you hit $205.50, quite a bit of bids. So if you're making a bid, sometimes it's better just to undercut somebody by a penny or overcut them by a penny. Usually undercutting is best. And so you see this wall right here, and that's it. It's moving very, very quickly here. So $206.91. If you put your bid for $206.90, you would actually sell your coins before those are sold. But again, it is very dynamic, and those could disappear and reappear at any second. Zooming in all the way on the depth chart here, we can see fairly even. The price has been pretty stagnant. It's just slowly going down at the moment at 206. So I don't want to sell right now. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill all the Litecoin here, and we're going to set it for something kind of high, and I want to set it for sort of a recent all-time high, and I don't mean an all-time high, I just mean a recent maximum high, which is about $252. So instead, let's just go with a total $244.99. So what a great deal. $249.99. It's not $245. Or excuse me, I don't want to do that. I want to do $254.95. So not, or 99. So it's not $250. It's $254.99. Look at that great deal you're getting, everybody. Look at that great deal of 1 penny that you're getting. It's that psychological thing. But either way, it's going to undercut the 250. Let's see if I can actually scroll into the 250. Litecoin's a little small, so it's going to be hard to see. Now, I turned up the aggregation to 250, so it's only going to show it in $2.50 blocks here. But if you look at 255, there's 4,600 wanting to be sold there, and just a little bit under that at 250, there's 2,105. But mind you, this is just aggregated together, so they're not necessarily on, not 4,600 necessarily on 255 exactly. But so we'll scroll back out. Again, it's just really, really stagnant right now. It's going back and forth and back and forth. This would normally be not too bad of a day to trade. It mostly went down, so if you had bought up here, you'd be pretty stuck. So that's the thing with day trading, is that if you bought up here at 215, in retrospect, of course, by looking at the chart in retrospect, you think, well, why would anybody buy at 215 and not just sell at 215 there? And it's because you don't really know. You don't really know what's going to happen next. Again, like I'm looking for this block that's after this one. What is it going to do? And you don't really know. So you'd be sort of stuck until the price came up past 215 again so you could sell. So I'm not going to really buy in right now. I mean, I'm already bought into Litecoin. I think this Litecoin was valued at something like $209 at the time of transferring this over. So I definitely don't want to sell it right now. Now, I could get in, sell right now, and try and short myself, and hopefully the price goes down sub $200, and then I could pick in and maybe pick up some extra Litecoin. But I'm not going to do that right now. I'm not going to take that risk right now. Instead, I'm just going to set my price for $254.99. I'm going to place that sell order. When that price reaches $254.99, it will be a pretty good profit. Actually, let's just cancel that real quick and see. So you can determine the profit a little bit here by just seeing what it's worth now and what it will be worth when you sell it. So if you click limit, you can actually kind of do this with a market and just click it and then just take a look and see what the price is. Never click sell because it's automatically going to sell it. So $2,063 it's valued at right now. So let's get rid of that. Let's go to limit. You can do this with limit too. So just fill in all your Litecoin and then click the lowest sell order right here, and that's going to show you. So 270. So that's approximately correct. So $2,070 worth of Litecoin here. So that's what I would get for selling it now. So $2,070, and then at $254.99, I would make $25.67. So that's a difference of $500 when it sells like that. So I'm going to put that price on there. I'm going to set that there. And is it going to reach that anytime soon? I'm not really sure. What I am looking forward to is the price going above 223.56. Now, mind you, I only bought 0.4 Litecoin at that price, so it's not that big a deal. Even if I sold this now at a low price and then just started day trading back and forth somewhere under 223, I could easily make that money back by day trading back and forth. But instead, I'm just going to be careful. I'm just going to play this the slow. This is just the tutorial GDAX, if you will, that I just threw some coin on, and just to show you guys, you know, some long-term bids. I will show you some day trading, some individual day trading too, but right now it's just not a good day to day trade. There are, you know, it's just one of those days. It's like when you go outside, you're looking to play, and you look up and it's all rainy out, and you got to sit in and read a good book. You know, it's just not one of those days to go outside. So back to the Litecoin, or excuse me, to the Bitcoin, we can actually set a sell order for this too. And as you can see, a lot of these coins actually fall in unison. So look at this, how it's falling here. And then we can even go to Bitcoin Cash. It's likely doing the same thing. Ethereum is likely doing the same thing, except it looks a little worse, actually. Looks like it's a little 2.3%, 13% down. Not entirely. It's not the worst. Litecoin is down the most right now. And as you can see, it's doing the same, somewhat similar as well. So all these coins typically drop and fall about the same, particularly on GDAX, because they're all sort of interrelated on GDAX. So we're going to go to Bitcoin, and we're going to take this, and right now it's worth a whole impressive $150 of Bitcoin, which isn't much. So we're so that $150, we're going to turn that into, we're going to find a nice recent high, which was about just over $11,000. So let's do 1110. And so that's going to be $158 as opposed to $150. So again, that's not much. Mind you, that's not particularly impressive, but it is more. So now that's something else I wanted to talk about a little bit. Now, if I had a ton of Bitcoin, if I had a very significant amount of Bitcoin or many Bitcoin on this particular account when I made that trade, that would be much more significant than of course, just having 0.01 for Bitcoin. And mind you, again, this is only just this mining Bitcoin. So this is like, I get about $30-some a day on this account with that. Whoops, I hit the wrong button there. So that will slowly increase over time. I'm not really too worried about that. But just to let you know, something I want to talk about is if you have $100 on GDAX and you buy some Litecoin, and I'm not even sure if you could trade, well, you'd get about a half a Litecoin for that. So yeah, you could. And you buy some Litecoin, and then you sell it and you make $2. You make $1 or $2. So you make 1 or 2% profit. Now, to some people, that seems a little ridiculous, and it seems like you may have wasted time. But just to let you know, that should gain confidence to you. that should instill confidence to you. Maybe it was a better way to word it, because you made 1 to 2% profit on just $100. That's incredible. So now just extrapolate that. If you had $1,000, what would you have made? You would have made $10 to $20. If you had 10,000, you would have made $100 to $200 that day. 100,000, well, do the math. So it just goes to show that no matter how much money you have on an exchange, if you are making successful trades, then you're doing it correctly. As long as your profit is going up, whether it went up by 10 cents, $1, $100, you made profit and you did the right thing. So if you are a new trader, where I'm getting at with this is, if you are a new trader, start with just $100 or a few $100 on an exchange. Don't put your life savings into it. Make some trades. Are you good at trading? Did you make money? If the answer was yes, even if it was just a few dollars with your $100, that means it might be time to try another $100 or another couple $100. Now you might feel safer putting a few hundred more dollars on the exchange, now that you know how to trade. But honestly, I would trade for several weeks before you begin to add more and more money onto it, because just because you successfully traded for a couple days straight does not mean that you're going to successfully trade on the third or the fourth day or the second week or maybe on the third week, because the market is very, very crazy. Sometimes it's going way up, sometimes it's going way down. And I don't mean to sound like JR Business there, where they're like, whoa, it's way up and then it was down, bro. It's all lit. But it's just the way it goes. Like, sometimes it's up, sometimes it's down. And when it's going down, sometimes you may have sold too early. Sometimes you may have sold too late. Sometimes you may have bought too early or too late. And you'll start to realize your mistakes over time, and you can correct those mistakes slowly. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. I know it didn't show you a lot because I just happened to get a reasonably significant amount of coins on this exchange, on this account. I do have an older GDAX account that I primarily use. But I wanted to set this up specifically for my YouTube so I could show you guys. So I just set a price for Litecoin. I just set a price for Bitcoin. And we're going to play the waiting game. If the price goes way up and they sell, I'll show you that. I'll show you what happened and how much was created by selling that rather profit. And, you know, if it only goes up to $230 or something like that for Litecoin, and I feel that it's about to go down, maybe I will sell it. I will cancel this order and then sell it for maybe $230 or $245 or something like that. So it doesn't have to reach $254.99, but I hope it does, and it might take a few days to do that. It might take a few days for the price to get back up to, you know, to $230 or something like that. So I will keep you guys updated on this. I will make various videos on this, and so I will use this as a platform to trade live for you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and as usual, I will see you guys next time.